development. Okay, so in the last classes we have seen that what is software. We have also seen what is software engineering. Okay, and we have also seen what is the importance of software engineering. Okay, so let us go through this main topic. Okay, so you all know that what is a process. Okay, so what is process? Process is nothing but what? It is a set of activities that are carried out to accomplish some task. Okay. So usually when we carry a set of activities to get some task done, that is called as a process. So what is a software process? Okay. So this is nothing but the set of activities that are carried out during the development of a software. Okay. So software process is all about the set of activities, okay, that are carried out during the development of a software. So we can develop a software, okay, from the very beginning, or we can update the existing software. So when it comes to software development, okay, so we can develop a new software, or we can start updating the old software, that is called as existing software. Okay, so hope it is clear about software process. Okay, so in more detail, a software process, it is a set of activities, okay, and associated outcome that produce a software product. So when we carry out a set of activities, okay, so when we carry a set of activities, right, to develop a software, the outcome that comes from this is nothing but our new software product. Okay, so during this software process, okay, we have some set of activities. So let us see what are those set of activities carried out during the software development. Okay, so you can see here these are the four activities, okay, which are carried out during the software development. Okay, so let us see one by one. Okay, so first one is what? Software specification. After software specification, we go for software development, then we go for software validation, and then we go for software evolution. Okay, so let us see them one by one. So what is a software specification exactly? Okay, so software specification, it is the initial process which is carried out during the software development. Okay, so here we find out the main functionality of the software and what are the constraints that has to be implemented on the software. So what do you mean by constraints? Okay, so constraints are nothing but what? Some norms, or you can say some rules, okay, some features which are considered at the very beginning stage. So during software specification, what we do is, okay, so we consider the functionality of a software, okay, and we decide the main operational side. Okay, we decide what all requirements are needed for the software development. All right, okay, so what is the next process? Okay, during the software development, the next process carried out is what? The software development activity. So what happens in this activity? Okay, so the software to meet the requirements must be produced. So here in software development, we focus on developing the software. Okay, so we will see in the next sessions how to develop a software step by step, but here it is a part of a software process. All right, okay, so next is all about what? We'll see the next one, that is software validation. Okay, so what is the software validation? Okay, so basically you must be knowing what is validation, right? So validation is nothing but what? It is all about validating or checking, right, whether the software is built correctly according to the needs provided by the customer. So software validation is providing, okay, it is a step, okay, which is carried out to provide a quality software to the customer after performing so many checkings or after performing so many tests on the developed software. Okay, so when we collect the requirement, right, those requirements we go for the development, and after the development is done, we go for validation. And once when the validation is done, okay, and we feel that the software is ready to be delivered to the customer, we go for the software evolution. So what happens in software evolution process? So in the software evolution process, okay, so the software must evolve to meet the changing client needs. It is all about operational and maintenance uses of the software. Okay, so here the software is deployed or the software is installed into the customer's desktop and the customer starts using it. And in evolution process, okay, the company has to take care whether the software is working correctly and what all upgradations has to be done on that software. Okay, so these are all the main processes which are carried out during the software development. Hope it is clear now. So we saw what is a process. The process is nothing but a set of activities that is carried out. So what is a software process? Software process is nothing but what? It is a set of activities which are carried out during the software development. So what are those set of activities or what are those processes? So these are all the 4 processes, that is software specification, software development, software validation and software evolution. So all these are nothing but what? The software process. Okay, so hope it is clear now. So this is all about. Alright, so hope you understood what is a software process. So let us go to the next point, that is the software development process. Okay, so you can see one diagram here. So in this diagram, what are the things that you see? Okay, just see this diagram, just have a glance at this diagram. Okay, so here you can see that, so here in this diagram you can see that a lot of people, okay, so what they are doing here, they are going for various kind of information, right? So these people are going to find out different kind of information. So in this they bring the information, okay, and then they sort the information, and after sorting they go for their main task, that is called as a software development. Okay, so what exactly happens when we want to develop a software? Okay, so various activities, right? So various activities are to be carried out during the software development also. So all these activities are carried out step by step. So rather these activities can be called as a phases. So always a software developing or a development of a software takes place in terms of various phases. Okay, so what it means, once when we complete the first phase, then we can go to the second phase and then the next phase. Alright, so for example, if you want to pursue your BCA degree, is it possible for you to directly take admission for final year? No. So you have to go step by step. After completion of first year, second year and third year, then only you can pursue the BCA degree. Okay, so unlike that, software development process, okay, it is a step by step procedure. Okay, we have to go phase by phase, that is in an ordered way, to develop a software. Okay, so this development not only includes the coding part. Okay, so it is quite natural that when we talk about development, you may think that it is all about writing the code. Okay, so friends, it is not only about writing the code. So in development again, different phases are carried out, different activities are carried out. So in development, you take the information and then some another activities are carried out on that information, and then the code is written, and once when the code is written, again some another activities are carried out on that code. Okay, so we cannot say individually that software development is only about writing the code. Okay, so it is all about developing a software to satisfy all the needs of a customer and to deliver a quality product. Okay, so hope it is clear about what is a software development. Okay, so now I will elaborate you in more detail what are those activities which are carried out in the software development. Okay, so let us see that. Okay, so friends, just see here, this is a diagram. Okay, So this is a diagram which will tell you, okay, how basically the software development is carried out. Okay, so here you can see some phases. Okay, some phases like discovery, planning. Okay, so these are step by step phases. So first we go to discovery and then we go for planning, then we go for designing, okay, then the development, and then we go for testing, and then finally we go for maintenance. So software development, okay, yeah, so software development, this is a collection of all these activities. Okay, it contains of all these different phases, right? So whenever we want to develop a software, we have to carry out all these steps. Okay, that is discovery, planning, okay, designing, development, testing, and maintenance. Okay, so now let us see all these phases, okay, one by one. Okay, so now I will tell you in more detail, right? So what happens, okay, in these different kinds of phases. Okay, so first in the discovery, let us go to the first phase, that is discovery. So what happens in this discovery phase? Okay, so what will happen in this discovery phase? So let us see what is going to happen with this discovery phase. Okay, so let us take one example here. Suppose we want to develop a software. Okay, we will take a simple example. Okay, so we will take a software for banking. Okay, we want to develop a software for banking with more security. Okay, with more security using biometrics. Okay, so what is biometrics? Biometrics is nothing but what? It may take your thumb impression, okay, or it may take your scan your eyes, right? So that is called as biometrics. So when I want to develop that software for banking, okay, so suppose I want to perform the transactions by using my card, okay, in any of the ATM, I want to perform a transaction by using my card, right? So let us take that as an example. So when I as a developer, I want to collect all the information, okay, about the banking transactions. So in discovery phase, what do I do here? So in discovery phase, first I visit to various customers, right? I visit to various customers and I try to find out how they perform the transactions using their ATM card, right? And then we collect the information like they perform transaction using a password. Okay, sometimes they keep on changing their password, right? So right now we see that all the ATM systems are working in this way only. So we naturally go to the ATMs, okay, we insert our card, we insert our pin code, and then depending on the pin code all the transactions are performed. So this is the current working of ATM system. Suppose we want to develop a new ATM system where it will scan our thumb impression, isn't it? Doesn't it sound more interesting or more secure than performing the transactions by using our ATM pins? Yes, of course, isn't it? So consider that we want to develop a software. Okay, consider that we want to develop a software where what we are doing, we want to perform all the activities more securely. So in this discovery phase, what do? We collect all the information from various customers, okay, and after collecting that information, what do? We go for the next phase, that is planning. So what happens in planning? Okay, so let us see what happens in planning. Alright, so in planning phase, what happens is that various information is collected in the discovery phase, right? And in planning phase, we decide to pick the exact information. Okay, we decide to pick the exact information that is needed to update to our software. Remember guys, when we want to develop a software, the discovery or requirement collection plays a major role in the development process. Why? Because what requirement you are going to collect, those requirements are converted into code, into designs, and basically the software is developed depending upon the what information is needed by the customer. So information plays very important role during the software development. So as I tell you again and again, so discovery phase or collection of information plays a vital role in the development of a software. So once when that information is collected, the developer moves to the next phase, that is planning. So what happens in planning phase? They start planning or they start working on the information. Okay, they remove the information which is not needed for further designs and code, and they take the information which is needed to be converted into design and code. So in this way the planning phase is accomplished. Okay, so remember that these are nothing but what the steps. Okay, these are nothing but the steps which are carried out. Okay, so the next phase is about what? Design. Okay, so sometime design and development, okay, both are considered as same. Design and development both are just like our right hand and left hand, both moves together. Okay, so designing is all about converting this information into various kinds of designs, right? So for example, we take all the information of this ATM and then we start making designs. Okay, so in design basically we have different kinds of diagrammatical representation of your data, right? So we will see that. So in design, the diagrammatical representation of data is done. Let us take a small example of C programming. So when I give you some task, okay, to multiply all the numbers between 1 to 10. So how do you do that? Okay, so first we go for an algorithm and then we draw a flow chart and then we go for a code, isn't it? So if you are perfect at code, somebody can directly go for the coding, but initially what is needed? An algorithm, then the flow chart and then the coding. Okay, so here these pages are all about your algorithm, right? These pages are all about your algorithm. Okay, and then the designing, okay, whatever this designing phase you see, this designing is all about the flow chart. Okay, so once when the designs are ready, right, so we go for another phase that is called as what? Development. Okay, so what is development, right? So we go for another phase, that is development. So in development, what do we do exactly? All these designs are converted into code. Okay, all these designs are converted into code. So how do you write that code, right? So how do you write that code? So this code development, it is a programming part. So here basically we need the software developers who write the code for these designs in an accurate way, right? So during development, we can take help of any of the softwares or any of the platforms that are available. So nowadays you can see that the technology is growing. More demand is there for software development in AI, that is artificial intelligence, okay, neural networking, Internet of Things, machine learning, image processing, and a lot many things, okay, which comes as a part of embedded systems. Okay, so now these softwares are in more demand. For example, smart house, okay, smart cars. So these kinds of operations are in lot of demand nowadays. Okay, so earlier the software used to be there in like C++, Java based, advanced Java. So now these all acts as a base for the development of a software. So here the in development section, what exactly happens? So they go or they choose, okay, what kind of software is needed during the development. So basically all the designs are converted into the code in the development. Hope you guys are following it. Okay, so after the development, okay, once when the development is done, testing is carried out, right? So what happens in the testing, right? So I'll tell you one example. Suppose, okay, so you ask your mom to prepare a pizza, right? And she doesn't know exactly how to prepare a pizza because she has never, like, she don't know exactly how to cook it. So what she will do? Okay, she will prepare it and she will give it to you, and then you tell her whether that is prepared correctly according to your needs or no. So if you just like it, like the software, or like you like the pizza which is prepared by your mom, you reply her telling that wow, what a like delicious pizza is prepared by you, mom, it is very fantastic and I really loved it. Okay, So what is another case? In another case, you may not like it. Okay, you may not like it. You may not be satisfactory with the homemade pizza. So that is called as what? Testing. So check whether the software is developed according to your needs or no. That is called as a testing. So what happens in testing? We basically test whether the software is developed according to the needs of a customer. So this is overall a part of validation and verification, where you see that whether the software is developed correctly according to the needs of a customer. So this is called as a testing. So hope you guys are understanding. Last is all about what? Maintenance. So what happens exactly in the maintenance? So in maintenance we see, okay, that the software, okay, so in maintenance the software exactly is delivered to the customer. So when the software is delivered to the customer and the software is under use by the customer, okay, so we may get so many queries sometimes, or we may not get also. Okay, so maintenance is all about what? The software when it is brought under use. Okay, what functionality you are going to provide to the customer. Okay, that is called as a maintenance. So in case if any updations or upgradations are needed in future also, so that is also considered as a part of maintenance. Okay, so guys, when I said that software development process, okay, it is a phase by phase activity. Okay, so you can see that all these activities are carried out step by step during the software development, right? So we took an example of ATM. Okay, so after that various designs are made, then it is converted into code, and then it is tested. Okay, and then finally the maintenance is carried out. Okay, so this is all about software development process. Okay, so I will elaborate you in more detail about each activity. Alright, so just go through this diagram. Okay, so going through this diagram, let us first see what are the basic activities in this diagram. Okay, so we have first activity, that is called as R process. We gather the requirement. Okay, then okay, we plan, right? So what do? We plan, okay, as per the requirement collected, scrutinize the requirements, produce requirement specification, allocation of the team, elaboration of design model, implementation of model, testing of the model, and finally deployment and maintenance, right? So in the last diagram you saw the activities. So this is bit detailed explanation of that. So this is our process. So when we go to various customers, okay, and when we collect the information regarding how do they perform their ATM transactions, okay. So that is we gather the requirement, right? How do we gather the requirement? We gather the requirement by visiting to the banks, or we may visit to the customers and interact with them, and then we can collect the information, isn't it? Okay. So then we can plan as per the requirement collection. So what does it means? Okay, we are going to do some plans that what information we have collected, and we will categorize the information into some standard document, right? So we will document, we will make a documentation of all the information that is collected, and then we will scrutinize the requirement. What is scrutinize? Scrutinize means whether the information that is collected, whether it is correct or not, or whether we have skipped some important information, or whether the information collected it is incomplete. So all these things are verified and checked again and again, and then only the final requirement documentation is produced. Okay, so once we carry out all these three activities, gathering requirements, planning, okay, as per the requirement collected, and scrutinizing the requirements or checking the requirements that are being collected, then we produce a requirement specification. So this document plays a very major role to carry ahead the next phase of the software development. Why? Because after performing all these three tasks, we come to a standard document that is called as a requirement specification documentation. So this document is nothing but the collection of requirements which are to be implemented into the design and later on those designs you are going to develop the code. So this document plays very major role, okay, as it is the first step towards the development of a software, right? So after this, after all these activities are carried out, once when all the information or all the data is ready, okay, to be converted into the code or for the next procedure, we go for the allocation of a team. We decide a proper team, one who can work on designs, one who can work on the code, and one who can establish the testing, right? So we decide a team, we allocate a team, okay? So team is all a collection of all these developers, which includes a designer, okay, which includes a developer, which includes a tester, which may include a hardware and maintenance engineer, and initially this person. So this person is called as a what? He is called as a software analyst, okay? This person, one who brings all this information, okay, and scrutinizes and produces the specification. This person is called as a system analyst or a software analyst, okay? So once when this analyst provides all these activities, okay, the next task is carried out, that is called as an allocation of team, okay? So after allocation of a team, they start working on design. The first step that is carried out is designing. Remember I told you an example of algorithm and flowchart and then the code. So designing is all about that. Okay, so various kinds of diagrams are prepared to make the coding easily acquire. Okay, so various kinds of designs are created to know, for example, from where does the data flows, or what happens when we insert or when we provide our thumb impression, what will be the next activity that is carried out. So this activity is represented with the help of a diagram. So it becomes easy to convert this flowchart or this diagram into the code. So that is one example of design, right? So we are going to learn so many things in the next session. So as a part of a design, I will tell you one example. Suppose you go to our new ATM where you have to give your thumb impression, right? So after giving thumb impression, what is going to happen next? So once when you give your thumb impression, that is scanned by the bank server, and once when there is a match found between both the thumb impressions, you are enabled to provide the transaction. So this is a statement which I am telling you, right? So this is a statement, this is a requirement. When I convert this statement into a design, that becomes a designing model. So I just draw one diagram to convert my requirements and indicate how does this activity happen. So that is called as a design, diagrammatic representation of your requirements. So by seeing this overall diagram, it becomes very easy to write the code or step-by-step part of a code. Isn't it? Okay. So after designing, we go for implementation of the model. So after the designs are produced, the codes are written. Okay. Simultaneously, the designs and codes are prepared. Both of these works together. So when the code is written, okay, when n number of code is written, okay, each individual code is executed first and it is tested. For example, we have 10 programs. Okay. Each program, we prepare design for first program, we write code for the first program, and then we check whether there are any errors or not. In this way, these activities are carried out together. So we make the designs, we write the code, we test the code, okay, we make the changes, again we execute the code. So this happens for all the programs, and once when we see that there are no error in any of the program, all these programs are combined together, okay. All these programs are deployed or merged together to form a software. And then when we create this, okay, and when we are ready with the software, then again there is a testing which is carried out on the entire system, okay. So when an individual testing is carried out on a program, it is called as a unit testing. So when individual units are carried out, it is called as what? Unit testing. So after unit testing, when we combine all the units together and we integrate all the units of that software together, then we perform another kind of testing on the entire software. So that sometimes may be called as what? Integration testing. Okay, so there are some different kinds of testing. Okay, so it is a part of a software testing, right? Okay, so once when all these activities are carried out, after designing, implementation and testing, we go for last activity, that is called as a deployment and maintenance. So what is all about deployment and maintenance? Finally our software is ready to be installed on the desktop of our customer. So how did we reach this? We took the information, we sorted the information, we designed, we coded and we tested, and finally our software is ready to be installed on the customer's desktop. Once when the software is installed on the customer desktop, the customer will start using your software, right? And after using this software, the customer may come across some difficulties, okay, or sometimes the software may get some problems or may be needed to be updated. So that is called as a maintenance. Okay, so guys, these all activities are carried out during the software development process. So hope the software development part, okay, is all right. So this is the more elaborated diagram. Okay, so this is also one diagram which will tell you what activities are carried out in different phases of the software development. Okay, so these are the set of activities. You can see that in I told you that discovery, planning. Okay, so these are the activities which are carried out in discovery and planning. So these are the activities which are carried out in designing phase. So these are the set of activities which are carried out in implementation phase. So these are all the activities which are carried out during testing and verification. Okay, and these are the activities which are carried out during the release and maintenance, that is deployment and maintenance. Okay, so what happens in requirement? Building the modules, creating releases and creating team. Okay, so in design we create the backlog assigned to the team and the user. So what do we do in design? We prepare different kinds of design and then we assign these designs to the team for the further process. Okay, so in implementation we do advanced progress, that is we take these designs and we go for coding. We create tasks. So task is nothing but what? A set of code. Okay, so we develop a set of a code depending on the designs, and then we keep on tracking the progress. So whether the code is running or implemented or executed or done according to the customer's needs. Okay, and then in testing and verification we create and run different kinds of tests. We analyze the results whether the code and design are implemented correctly, and then we go for overall progress and quality. Okay, so all these are the set of activities which are carried out during the testing. These are the set of activities which are carried out during implementation, design and requirement. And finally after all these activities are carried out, the software is ready to be deployed and installed on the customer's desktop. Okay, so we release the verified application. What do you mean by release? Release is nothing but what? Like when a new movie is released. Okay, what is that? The movie is ready to be viewed by the customer. Same way software is released. It means the software is ready to be installed on the customer's desktop. That is called as a release. Okay, so release in the sense the software is deployed on the customer's desktop, and continuous tracking of the quality is made in the future. Okay, guys, so this is about the overall process of the software development, right? So let us see another part, that is designing. So what are the different activities that are carried out in designing? Okay, so let us see first what is a software design, right? So what is software design? I have already highlighted it, right? So in software design, what do? We transform, right? We take user requirements and we convert them into forms which helps the programmer in software coding and implementation, right? So what happens in software design? So in software design, what do we do exactly? We take the requirements from user and then we convert them into suitable form. That is, we convert some designs and then it is given for the next part, that is called as coding. Okay, so always consider that designing. Okay, so designing. Alright, so let us continue here. So in designing phase, we will see what are the different activities that are carried out. Okay, so let us see one by one. Okay, so before that, let me tell you what is software design. Okay, so once when you collect the requirements, all these requirements are converted into the designs. Okay, so the designs may be any of the suitable forms, and then these designs are again later converted, okay, into code. So this is called as a designing part. Okay, and you can even see that the designing plays the vital role in the software development. Okay, so once when the designing is made, later we can go for the another development process. Okay, so now let me tell you what are the different designs that are carried out. So we do architectural design, abstract specification. Okay, so we go for interface design, component design, data structure, algorithm design, and all these different designs are carried out in these design activities. Okay, so all these different kinds of designs are done, and once when these designs are implemented, we can later go for another phase that is called as the implementation phase. Okay, so now let me tell you about what is software implementation. Okay, so first phase is correct requirement collection. Okay, and then we go for planning, designing, and then the implementation. So implementation is also considered as what? Okay, it is a blueprint to get the users, okay, or organizations running with the specific software product. The method, okay, it is a set of rules and views to cope up with the most common issues that occur when implementing a software product. So software implementation is all about, okay, converting these designs to the code. Okay, so let me tell you what are the different activities which are carried out during the software implementation. Okay, so already I have explained you in more detail. So after the basic design is performed, the detailed designs are made, and then these detailed designs, okay, are then coded. So again, in designing, various activities are carried out, and when the final designs are ready, we go for another activity, that is the software implementation. So after software implementation, we go for testing and then the deployment. So this is the base. Okay, so in configure and build, what do we do? Once when the designs are finalized, okay, so then only we go for the software implementation, right? So after software implementation, we go for the software testing. So what is software testing? As I've already told you, testing is all about validation and verification of your software. So we are going to check whether the software is developed according to the customer's needs and whether it will satisfy all the needs and requirements of your customer. So different types of testings are carried out. Okay, so testing also plays very major role during the software development process. So we cannot deliver the software directly to the customer until and unless the testing is carried out on your software. So testing is carried out unit wise, as well as the overall system or the overall software testing is also carried out. By using different kinds of testing, the main thing is we can provide the quality assurance to the customer, we can provide the guarantee of our software, we can provide a standard software to the customer to satisfy all his needs, we can provide a good service. By that we can also get to know what improvements are to be made to satisfy your customer in future. Okay, and then the customer is always satisfied and happy if the software is of good quality, and this will also help us in our business growth. So these are the parts of quality assurance. Okay, so all these aspects are obtained when we do a good software testing on the software, right? So at the last part, we get a software product, and then the software product is deployed on the customer's desktop, and last phase which we carry out is maintenance and support. Okay, all right. So as I told you, the software development process, it is a set of various activities. Okay, and in that development process we go for different models, right? So when we want to develop a software, right, when we want to develop a software, right? We go for different kinds of models when we want to develop a software, right? So we basically saw, right, this one. So here I told you this is the basic cycle, okay, or this is the basic software development cycle. These are the basic phases which are carried out in the software development. So to carry out all these phases, we need different kinds of models depending upon the different requirements of the software. So depending on that different requirements, we may opt for different software development model, right? So these are the different development models which we can opt. Okay, so we can have waterfall model, V model, incremental, RAD, IL, iterative, spiral, or prototyping model. So these are the different kinds of software development models, okay, which adopts these activities. Okay, so these activities are adopted under all different kinds of software process models. Okay, so the another thing is that how to pick the process. Okay, that's right for you. We have all these kinds of models, and which one to pick, right, during the software development depends on certain factors. So that I will be explaining you in the next session. So guys, hope it is clear about, okay, software process, right, software development. Then what are the main activities that are carried out during the software development. Okay, so this is the detailed explanation of the phases. Okay, then this is all about design. What activities are carried out in the design? What do you mean by software design? Okay, implementation, the detailing, testing, why testing is carried out. Okay, what is about maintenance and support, and which are the different models that are used during the software development. Okay, so please go through this video because this is very important when we want to learn all these models. So once when you understand what is the software development process and software process, later the session will be all about the software modeling. That is what kind of models are being used, okay, or what kind of models we use for the software development. So guys, please go through this session. If you have any queries, you can comment or you can contact us through the Google Class. Okay, so happy learning. Bye bye.